Welcome, everybody, to What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions. We are Bacon is My Podcast, and this is the show where we bring a guest on and we mine the nooks and crannies of their English muffin. We go spelunking into their heart piece, and today we have Jessie Wagner. Jessie is a highly accomplished touring vocalist. She has performed alongside Lenny Kravitz, Chic, Duran Duran, Little Steven, the Disciples of Soul. She leads the New York rock soul band Army of the Underdog. The new record, she just put out a new record called War Within. It's out now. Wicked Cool Records. You can check out the video for the single Up Against the Wall, which is awesome. It's a great single. It's a great song and a very cool video, too. That's on her YouTube, Jessie Wagner 1, and you can listen to the album on all streaming platforms. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Jessie. How are you this morning?
Yeah. I'm eager to get my nooks and crannies. What did you say? Splunked?
Spelunking. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna mine the nooks and crannies, so this way we can
find our
spill
way
it all over.
Find our way into the
so the consumers of Bacon is My Podcast can know all about you.
We're gonna get into your heart a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna try anyway. We haven't been hated yet.
Only once.
Oh, that's true. Only once.
It was only once.
Only once, but that was their fault.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it got around.
So if you're ready, we'd like to ask you the 7 questions of death.
No.
Oh,
life.
God.
Oh, life. Sorry.
Life of wonderment.
You're right.
As long as I don't have to eat any spiders or anything like that.
No, none of that. None of that. We do that on the other show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but we will ask you some hard-hitting questions, like question number 1. Jessie, how many pillows is too many?
How many pillows is too many? Oh, wow. That really is. That's a tough question. I come from you can't see the bed for the pillows type family. Well, my mom is that way anyway. So if I'm with her, I guess the answer is infinity and beyond. For me, I have adopted the aesthetic of it, but when it comes right down to like the act of sleeping, just one nice solid, not too. I'm a Goldilocks kind of sleeper, so not too big, not too small, and just right.
Just right. Okay.
And no pee underneath.
Right. Right, the princess and the pig.
Princess and the pea. Right?
Oh, pea, that kind of yes. No.
Yeah, well, no pee underneath either.
Right.
Yes.
If we have cats or dogs or bedwetters, I don't know.
What's happening in your bed?
Bedwetter. That was his high school nickname.
That was my name. Yeah. It's a weird one. I don't know.
It is a weird one.
What can I do?
Question number 2. I'm excited for this one because she's a New Yorker,
fellow New Yorker with
kind of like us. Question number 2 is, Jessie, what is the perfect pizza order?
Okay, I'm a transplant.
Me too.
That's
Me
okay.
too.
He is too.
I am too.
And I'm that chick. I do the pineapple, so I'm kind of like the hated pizza eater, in the pizza eating community. And I'm a pescatarian. So I'm weird all around,
No.
But there is a pizza spot right up the street from me that makes the best eggplant pizza that I've ever had. It's like big cutlets of eggplant on the pizza, and it's so hearty. You can't even get through like a whole slice, but that is like my go-to every time I go, the eggplant pizza. That, or if you're you can't be just a basic cheese, when you're on the go, especially running between gigs or just after a gig. Just a basic slice is like heaven. After you've completed.
You hit on a lot of things there. I want to run down. So one, we're
going to make you feel better. We're going to make you feel better.
A basic slice is if your basic slice is no good, nothing else is in place is no good.
Exactly.
Number 2, eggplant slice sounds amazing. I want to ask, do they peel the skin off though?
It's breaded, so I don't know. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe so, because I think when you bread them, you generally do peel the skin.
Because I've been to places where they don't, and it's like when you bite into it, if you don't get all the way through the skin and you pull the bite away, the whole piece of eggplant comes off.
Right.
The integrity is ruined.
No, I think they skin it because every bite is succulent. So
Nice.
Okay. Awesome. And then most importantly, number 3, Jesse, you don't have to worry because pineapple on pizza is not taboo.
We have done 300 episodes of
Close
this
to
show,
400,
close to
baby.
400 episodes of this show now, and have asked this question 400 times. And I tell you what, way more people. It's probably a 90% pro pineapple.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you really get into the numbers, I think that's fake news. I think that's online, just crap news. I think people are pro pineapple.
Yeah, it's weird propaganda people are spreading.
I feel better now because my friends look at me sideways. So you guys have given me the encouragement to go forth with my pineapple pizza and be happy with it and be okay.
Team pineapple.
Wave that flag.
Now, so thank you.
There we go. And pineapple and like pepperoni together.
Oh yeah.
Like any kind of that sweet and heat going on.
Sweet,
I'm for it. I'm for it. Yeah. 100%.
Nice.
So all right. The question number 3. It's the final of our food questions. All right. True or false this time though? True or false? Cereal is a soup.
Cereal is a soup. Wow. It can turn into a soup, I guess, when it gets mushy. So that's kind of a trick question. I guess if it starts off, when you first get it, it's cheese. No, because it's crunchy, and soup generally isn't crunchy unless you add the crackers. But then
croutons, crackers.
But the longer it sits, then it's like, what's the tomato soup?
Right. Gazpacho, yeah.
It's like breakfast gazpacho.
Breakfast gazpacho, yeah.
So it's a yes and no kind of trick
yes
question.
And no. All right. Okay. I'll accept it.
Yeah, I mean,
I accept any answer.
Right.
Really. I could be.
I hold no allegiance.
Yeah, we can be swayed either way. So,
yeah.
If your argument is good, we're with you.
I personally put like a drop of almond milk in my soups. I mean, in my soup, in my cereal, in my cereal. So it barely has a touch of any kind of any kind of milky substance at all. It's basically I'm just eating it dry. And
right, you're just like, I'm putting the milk in just so no one thinks I'm a psychopath.
Exactly, but when I'm
you.
alone and nobody's watching, I will just take the box and eat it. So.
This is not getting soggy on my watch.
Right.
Exactly.
What's your cereal of choice to eat dry? Because I mean, some cereals dry are pretty bad.
Fruit Loops.
Some are pretty great.
Fruit
Loops.
Oh, yeah.
Fruit Loops is a good. That's
a good one.
I haven't had a Fruit Loop in a long time.
I haven't either because I'm on a perpetual diet. But now you're making me want to go across the street and get some Fruit Loops. So.
Right. We talk about pizza, Fruit Loops. We're the worst.
Yeah. Sorry.
We're encouraging you to drink booze on a Friday afternoon.
And I'm in New York, so literally I can just walk across the street to the bodega and get some cereal and liquor and whatever else I want.
You could do all that.
You could do all of it. One-stop shop.
Fruit Loops, booze, and a chopped cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a great. And a slice. And get a slice of pizza on the way. Great day.
Amazing. All right, question number 4. If animals could talk, which one would be the funniest?
Oh wow, you guys, you really make you think. Like I didn't think I'd have to go this hard. Okay, I can't even say this early in the morning because it's what 1:28. So
hey, it's a musician breakfast time.
Yeah,
exactly right. I'm gonna go with moose. They just seem like they have a hard time, communicating. Like,
and I bet they'd have a funny voice. Well, Bullwinkle. Bullwinkle had a great, yeah.
When I think moose, I think this kind of a.
Yeah, exactly.
It gets low down at the.
It's low, but a little goofy.
Yeah.
It's either going to be Bullwinkle or it's going to be like the moose from Northern Exposure, and I feel like that one's really just angry.
Wow, I forgot about that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
That attitude.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Wow, I forgot about that show. I got to go back. I got to figure out where it's streaming.
Oh yeah, it's probably.
I think Amazon. I did like a deep dive and totally watched all the seasons. Amazon, all 6 seasons.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I was obsessed
Awesome.
with that. Yeah.
All right. Question number 5. What is your go-to jukebox pick? You go into a place. What are you going to pick? What are you putting on?
Oh, geez. This God. Oh, but because music is subject to mood. So it's like
True.
you can't.
Okay. Very true.
You know.
So let me okay, I'll paint a bigger picture, right? Just we'll go on the we'll go a little bit wider. You go into a place and you size up the room and you see the vibe. Are you trying to keep the vibe going, or are you going to create some chaos and meet some friends?
I'm probably, because I rarely go out anyway. I'm kind of a loner, antisocial, watch Netflix girl. So if I'm going out, it's because my friends have threatened me with a gun and they're like, "You have to go out now." I'm being forced against my will.
Right. Okay. So if you see her out, save her. She's kidnapped.
Save me, yes. I don't know, help me. Please, bada bing, bada boom. I don't know. I don't know.
The little fifth element there.
Full disclosure, I'm a complete dork. So
you found your people.
Yeah.
Maybe Twister in the Sun, or something like that. Just so I can.
Oh, cool, nice, okay.
Yeah, I want to do something goofy. Like if they're listening to Usher, then I'm gonna put on Spoon Man or something like that. I'm gonna just like totally.
Got it. Yes. So you're like, okay, I'm still gonna put on something awesome, but I am gonna go counterculture a little bit to what's happening.
I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. I tend to go a little further.
Oh, well, you try and find the one person in the room that you're now gonna have a lifelong friend with.
Yeah.
You're like, let me destroy everyone's mindset, and we'll wait for the one person to go, huh?
Yeah.
Who did that?
You get the series of people with like angry stank face.
Yeah.
Right.
Not the good stank face. But then you can find the one good stank face and you're like, friend.
Yeah. There's horror, and then there's like,
yeah.
You're like,
God,
you see me. We're here.
yes, exactly, right?
Absolutely.
So you're like, no, got a seat? I'll sit there. I'm sitting there.
All right. Question number 6. What could you give a 40-minute presentation on with absolutely no prep?
How to BS through an interview? I don't know.
That's a great skill.
That's a really good skill.
You should do that.
We know some people that could use that.
Yeah.
It's pretty sure I got a job as a pharmaceutical sales rep, and I was completely horrible at it. So I don't know how I was able to do that. I BS through the interview. So
Nice.
maybe that'll be my TED Talk.
I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a good conversationalist, you can do it.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think how much do you think being on stage and being an entertainer and doing all that prepared you for stuff like that in your life?
It's funny because I wasn't even really professionally doing it. I honestly don't know how I got that job. That was just divine intervention. But I'm actually, oddly enough, I'm kind of a shy person in groups or one-on-one. I tend to do a little bit better. I guess it takes some of the pressure off. But being on stage, for me, I know you hear it all the time, with like Sasha Fierce or whatever. It's the alter ego or the Michael Jackson syndrome. You're kind of shy, then you're on stage and it's like, woo, this is who I really am in my brain. So maybe that did play a part in it. I go into stage mode and to try and engage. It's a little easier it's always easier for me on stage than it is in real life with real people and the humans around me. So
humans are rough. Audiences are great.
Yeah.
Humans are tough.
Humans are tough.
Humans are tough. I have I teach at a school of rock, so I have a lot of students, and I teach vocals and I teach guitar. And I tell them all the time, like when I'm talking to their parents when they're first bringing them in and everything, and they're like, so, you know, I want them to do this, I want them to do that, but they're interested in music. And I'm like, you got to understand that, like, the more that they do this, the better they're going to be at that book report, and the better that they're going to be at standing up in front of the class and doing a presentation, and then the better they're going to be at a job interview later in life. And like all these skills are built out of this, and confidence is built out of it, and it's helps in every single facet that you could ever do.
I am a living example of that, because my mom used to call me Space Cadet. Like, I was so shy to the point where I would hide whenever she would bring people into the room, just where she did, like, I'd disappear literally. And I just remember the first time I did like poetry readings. That's how it started with me. And I kind of delved into this other side of me to deliver these poems. And then I remember the first time I did it, my mom was like, "Who are you? What child is this?" And then it just kind of built from there. Just being on stage, it allowed me to tap into that part of me that was more expressive. So I'm completely in sync with what you're saying. It does help you with your presentations.
Yeah, 100%. When you get it all out.
Right.
Yeah.
You can fully, like, I know a lot of people say, like, oh, I'm fully me. And it's like, sometimes I'm fully me when I'm on stage, but sometimes I'm also like the me that this song needed. And it was a pretty rough me. And I can be that me for like 3 minutes, and then I cannot be that me anymore.
So, yeah.
I can move on,
walk away
to another me.
Exactly. I don't care for that me that much. No.
Yeah, there's also that.
Yeah. That's right.
All right, so we are here at question 7, which is it's the final question of our 7. I mean, it leads to other things, but here is one where you might need to pause a moment. You might need to reflect. You might need to, we've had some fun up until this point, but this is where we get a little bit serious.
It's where the rubber meets the road, they say.
That's true.
Oh, wow. Okay, I've reached my temple of doom. All right, let's go.
Are you ready? All right. There's a big rock. There's a big boulder, and you are gonna get away.
All right.
You are not gonna be like that guy at Disney that got hit by the rock.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I saw that video.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
He didn't get hurt. He's okay. He's okay.
It's a giant foam rock.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But a bunch of children were very scared.
Yes.
I don't want to get run over by the rock, please.
Indy's not supposed to get hit.
That's right.
All right, question number 7. Jesse, how do you feel about garden gnomes?
As long as they don't just pop up, randomly.
Okay.
I'm all for the whimsy. I mean, look, I go to Renaissance fairs. Medieval times is like one of my favorite places.
Are you a LARPer?
No comment. No.
Hey, this is a judgment-free
This
zone.
Is a judgment-free. Yeah, this is a safe space.
I would do it. Okay, I have enough costumes in my closet to be a LARPer, and I do love throwing on characters. I mean, I guess in some sense, because every time I go to the Ren Fair, I dress up and I am a character. Yeah. I typically like to be a warrior princess elf. Nice. That is my go-to. I even have
I would pick elf too. Yeah. I would pick elf too. I like rangers. I'm nice. I like the bow and arrows.
Yeah.
I also like mages, but like warrior elves.
Some kind of magical, property somewhere within me. So, but I kind of connect with being like, I like the halflings, like half human, half elf.
Yeah.
Like they're always more interesting than just like the one breed, whatever. So
right.
I like the mixing. But garden gnomes, I guess they're not too far from elves, so I can't hate on them.
Sure. Yeah.
Just don't follow me.
as long as they stay in the garden that they are guarding.
So let's just say, Jesse, you're playing a show, you're playing a gig.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, you head toward the stage monitor where you keep your water, and there's a garden gnome next to your water.
Oh, I'm pulling out my staff. We're going to war. Yeah. I'm going to start building. He followed me.
I'll have you know that, again, we've done a lot of these. We've asked this question a lot. And we have gnomed people. We have been known.
You have to, oh, dear. All right.
And
carry my
you are
staff.
a New Yorker. We are in New York. So if you ever do see a garden gnome show up at one of your, just know that we're at your show.
All right, then I won't pull out the broadsword because I have a broadsword. I am that chick.
Is it nearby? Can we see this?
All right, hold on.
Yes.
Yes. She's getting a sword.
Getting the sword. All right, I lied. It's not a broadsword because those are really heavy. It's a long sword.
Those are. Okay.
And yes,
all right.
I do know the difference because I'm also into warfare and
yeah, that's awesome.
I know, isn't this like the coolest? This was my
This is a serious one too. That's totally badass.
That is legit.
Look at that! Look at that! Isn't that nice?
Oh,
It's like,
that is awesome. Yeah.
And you picked that up at the Renaissance Fair?
This was a gift because people who know me know I'm weird, and I would prefer.
That's fantastic.
I would prefer a sword over perfume.
Well, it's way more useful.
Yeah,
this is true.
I mean, perfume makes you smell good, but lots of things make you smell good. Swords are pretty much, you need a sword.
Yeah.
In New York, I feel safe with this. Like if someone tries to get in, they're gonna be, repelled at least. Like,
yeah.
If a chick has a sword, there's a backstory.
That's
there.
true. My girlfriend asked for Deadpool swords for Christmas.
Oh,
because she was like, I want them next to the bed just in case. And I was like, just in case what? It's like, give me a scenario in which
this is next to my bed.
Yeah,
so
it should be.
I understand your girlfriend's thinking. That is very good logic.
Hey, and right now there are Deadpool swords next to the bed.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I get it. In the city, communal living,
yes,
that kind of thing. You are in like the center of the burbs.
You're in a basement
apartment, and you need to get through like 4 doors to get to your
4 doors
domicile.
4 doors
Have you ever seen a horror film? It's always in the suburbs. There's the knock at the door. Late at night.
That's true.
Yeah,
but you do need to get through like 4 doors to get to us.
Yeah, it's like around the back in the gate, and you have to pass there's like a quasi moat. I mean, it could be known as a pond, but it could
be a koi pond, but it's our moat.
It's their moat.
I mean, if the golem is coming for you, it's going to get through all of that. The shadow person.
Yes.
Yeah. They have their ways.
We have a vicious French bulldog that will warn us.
Yeah. He will look at he will look at the perpetrator and something else as well at the same time.
Yes. And then run up to him and get pet. Yeah.
I'm getting the feeling that he's not very good guard dog.
He's he's my special boy.
Hence the sword.
Hence the sword. We have 2 Deadpool swords.
You have
we do. That's true. That's true. I have sharpened Joker throwing cards too. My nerdery is very me and my girlfriend's nerdery is very much in the comic book superhero area. So yours is mostly Renaissance, mystical, magical areas, or?
I love Deadpool. I will go see all the Deadpool movies, no matter what. I love the last one that came out. I'm so glad that they brought Hugh Jackman. That was chef's kiss.
Yes.
So all around. I mean, I love fantasy. That's probably top tier for me. But anything within the sci-fi world, I'm generally going to be excited about. Yeah.
I'm down for it too. I see it. Is that I see the tree behind you? Is that a? Are we a tree of life back there? Are we a? What do we got going on?
We're a tree of. That was a cool design, and I liked it. So
nice. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So it is all that matters. 100%.
It's funny. I have that tree here. I have another tree in my maybe it was in my living room. Maybe it was a subconscious thing. Yeah. I do like the whole earthy thing. I am a big hippie chick, so I guess it ties into my weird fantasy sci-fi. Let's go climb a mountain and hope that the elves come get us. I don't know.
If I could climb a mountain right now and elves would come get me, yeah, I would be on it. Let's do this.
I'd be right there. That'd be the coolest.
I'm in for that particular quest.
Yeah. I'm over this earth, right now.
Yes. Sign me up.
Yes.
Sign me up. I will be a part of your fellowship immediately.
Yes. One ring. We're united.
You got recruits already.
Yeah.
This is great. Well, this all kind of leads into like the big question that we're asking, and we've certainly touched on one, but like what we like to ask people, the name of the show is "What's your bacon?" And bacon to us is bacon for Jimmy and I. Topping, cider, main course makes the plate a little bit better, right?
It improves whatever you put it on.
Exactly. So what we like to ask people, some people to get your brain off things. Sometimes people are into sci-fi stuff. Sometimes people are into crafting. Sometimes people are into comic books, video games, etc. So what's that thing that shuts your brain off? Jesse, what's your bacon?
Definitely watching a good sci-fi film or a really crappy but great 80s film. That always makes me happy. Like put on the pirate movie and I'm in heaven, which is a horrible but wonderful movie.
The pirate movie? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, which
there's a reason why.
I started thinking of like 80s pirate movies and I was like, Ice Pirates? Because
I love Ice Pirates. That is a great film.
So fun fact, when I was a very small child, I was on the set of Ice Pirates.
No way. Did you get face herpes? No.
I did not get face herpes. I did put on the helmet of the robot helmet though. My mom had a friend from high school who moved out to California to be an actress, and she actually was in the movie as an extra, and we were visiting her, and I was a wee nard, and I was brought on I got to go into the set, and it was super cool for me as a little kid because I walked into a big cardboard box, and on the inside of the box was a spaceship. And I thought that was just the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
That would be cool now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would love that. Yeah.
I've heard of neither of these movies. I feel left out.
Ice Pirates should have been way better than it was.
Oh,
yeah.
It should have been way more powerful. Like there's a great story, and they didn't have the money, and they didn't,
But I will watch it if it comes on. I will watch it, just like
for sure.
The pirate movie. These are not great movies, but for somehow they're enduring, and I love them, and I will watch them over and over again. There's a lot of 80s movies like that for me, where it's like I'll just watch it, and it may have been panned in
right.
Yeah.
But for me, they're like heaven.
Do you have maybe not your top 5, because I hate to, the rating is tough, but are there like 3 or 4 that you can kind of that immediately come to mind when you think of that?
All right, my favorite go-to 80s films aren't necessarily bad. They're pirate movie and Ice Pirates, definitely ones that I would watch. But my favorites, number 1, Dark Crystal. I will watch that.
Fantastic, yeah.
Anytime it is on. Number 2, Neverending Story. Love that.
Okay.
Number 3, Labyrinth. Number
Fantastic,
4, Legend. With Tom Cruise.
Good one. Yeah.
Let's see. And number 5, Goonies.
Oh yeah.
Also, yeah.
Classic.
Goonies is fantastic.
I love
ones. Yeah, nice.
I love that a lot of those have just that. I mean, looking at pirate movie on Wikipedia right now,
right?
It screams camp.
Yes.
I feel like the 80s movie, the charm to them is the campiness. And I feel like there's movies that knew how campy it was and were like, screw it, we're going all in.
Yeah, they went for it.
And then there was campy that was like, that made it terrible.
Yes.
Terrible, like but one.
Yes. Yes. Night of the Creeps, if you're into horror movies.
Oh, I've heard of Night of the Creeps.
Night of the Creeps.
I know this one. I have to check it out.
That one, if you like old, like really campy horror movies, like stuff that they would put on Mystery Science Theater 3000 and just pan the whole time. Like I saw that when I was a little kid, and it stuck with me because it was like alien slugs that would jump from people's mouths into other people's mouths and then control them.
Oh, I'm watching this tonight. That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, go for it. I definitely recommend it.
My camp is definitely in the like the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Also fantastic.
Those are like my 80s campy movies for sure.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't know why. I always wanted the Jason versus Michael Myers movie. It's a silent film.
Yeah,
but it's still great.
I just see them like chasing each other with the piano.
Get the Benny Hill
like a Benny Hill. Yeah, I was gonna say they're all going in and out of the same doors.
Yeah,
I'll watch that movie.
I would watch that movie.
I would watch it over and over again. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the campiness is definitely like there's a charm to it.
Yeah, 100% to it. So how do all these things shape you? All these loves that you have they even, or have you kept them separate? Have they shaped you as like a songwriter and a performer and do you take some of that on stage with like your look or your writing process or any of that stuff?
I think I'm a bit of a chameleon because there's so many pieces of me that I guess do inform my writing style. I mean, if you listen to my music is very schizophrenic. It's all over the place. And that's because I love so many different styles, so many different genres. And I think instead of allowing that to put me in a box, it's allowed me to just accept that I'm just, this weird kooky person that likes a lot of different things. And I'm just going to let that dictate what comes out. So when I'm writing, I'm not writing, oh, this is going to be a country song. Oh, this is going to be R&B. This is going to be pop. Unless I'm writing for a client, that's different. But for myself, it comes out how it comes out. And then it turns into whatever it was meant to be. And I allow it to be that. And I'm so grateful that my label gets that I'm not this one-dimensional thing. I do have all these weird kooky sides, and they allow me to let my music go where it wants to go.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool that your label allows you to do that, because I feel like a lot of times it's very much a, hey, you did this last time, let's do that again.
This worked. Keep it going.
Do this again, and you get those bands that just, these artists that just kind of fall into that same trope.
Right. Or this didn't work. We know you love it, but don't ever do it again.
Right.
Right. Which I find, some pop music nowadays is kind of like just a loop, and the song doesn't go here. It doesn't go here. It just goes and it's here the whole time. And I'll get some hate for it, but like that's the kind of thing like Sabrina Carpenter, that like she's great, she's fantastic, fantastic singer.
Just drop the name, you're gonna get hate.
But I do find that there's not a ton of dynamic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's my gripe with it.
Sure.
There's not a ton of dynamic and stuff, but I love that about Jessie here. She's able to take it wherever she wants, which is awesome. How did you get that freedom from the label, or did they just kind of say, hey, she's doing her thing, let's...
No, it's funny because I've been doing this for a very long time. A lot of it's been on my own. Like my earlier stuff that I put out, you know, I did all on my own, and it was maybe a little heavier rock stuff. But even then, I still had like a soul tune or something. It was always just something to break it up. And I had put together my last album, Shoes Dropping, before I got with Wicked Cool, and I was with Little Steven at the time. We were touring, and I just kind of like, hey, can you listen to this? And you know, I really want to go on tour with my own stuff, and you know, I'd love any advice you could give me. And so I gave him the album, and then like a couple of days later, he's like, you know, let's meet, let's talk about this. So I was freaking out because I was like, he's gonna hate it, you know. So he calls me to meet him at this restaurant. And I get there, the restaurant's closed, and I have to go downstairs, and there he is in like the corner. And mind you, this is like Silvio. This is, you know, Godfather type vibe. You know,
that sounds ominous.
Yeah, and this is what I'm like, I'm about to get whacked or something. You know?
all for an album.
He didn't like it that much.
He hated it so much. Yeah. So he's in the corner, like drinking the cappuccino, all of it. And I'm like, this is like some freaky, you know, out of HBO Sopranos type vibe. So, you know, I sit down and, you know, we're talking, and then he's like, I like it. And I was like, oh, I can breathe again.
I'm going to live.
I'm gonna live. Yeah. And he's like, at first he's like, I don't get it, but I like it. Because it was like all over the place.
Yeah.
He's kind of but in a way he's kind of like that too. Because he was like, you know, his last album, Summer of Sorcery, has all these different vibes and characters and feels to it. And I think that's what it was. It's like he listened to it and he was like, oh, you know, someone else who's just does what the music allows the music to be what it's going to be.
Right.
And I'm so fortunate that I got that I was working with him, and it was that person, because, you know, I presented stuff to other people and they were like, no, it needs to be this and it has to be, and no, this isn't great, or this isn't, you know, and it's so hard when you're working with the greats that cracked the code, you know, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're going to work with you. We're going to do this. We're going to, and then you never hear from them. Or if you do take them, the material, they're like, oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. And then they blow you off, or they're like, well, you should have really done it this way. Or you need to do this. You need to be this. And so to find a kindred spirit who is like, no, it's okay to be, because this is you. Listening to the tracks, they may be all different styles, but it still has a singularity. It still has a sound that is uniquely me. And I'm so fortunate that Stevie gets that.
I think it's so important to find that. And that's what everybody, you know, like when you're starting in any kind of art form, but especially music, it's like people don't realize how much you're trying to build a team.
Yeah.
Right. And you're trying to like find people that get you, so that they can understand what it is that you're doing. And we talk about like, we have conversations about songwriting all the time, whether on the show or even just while writing songs, about like how, yeah, the song is the God that we all serve. It tells you what it wants. You don't tell it what it's going to do.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one of those things. And to get people that, everybody I think that has achieved some success understands that, but they don't always understand it for the person that's in front of them.
Right.
Like they're like, yeah, I understand that. But like, if you just did this,
right.
They're like, okay, all right. So it's so great to find somebody that's like, no, I get this. This is you. And I get it. And I dig it.
Yeah. So I've been really fortunate, because he's been the one person I worked with that took a chance on that aspect of me. You know, I started with Nile Rodgers and Chic, and I'm so grateful that he took me in, because I was completely green at the time, and I learned how to be an artist from being with Nile and Chic, and just kind of took it with me with every group that I've been with. But Stevie was the first person I think that really saw me as the artist, not just the person supporting supporting the group, you know?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
interesting. That's awesome. I noticed it to your music too. It's like I checked out the video first and I was like, oh cool, this is a good vibe. I like this. It's got there's soul going on here. There's some pop flair in here as well. There's a little bit of everything. But then but then you listen to like a song like Wicked Cool, which is like, oh, here's a raging guitar that's happening here.
Right.
And this is okay. This just got badass in the middle of it too. Cool. Okay. All right. What is this? What and it's super cool. Like I love that. I love that about an artist when I listen, because I'm one of those people that like sometimes it's hard for me to listen to a whole record of one artist because I get ear fatigue if everything kind of lines up too much. I'm just kind of like, all right, I got to hear something else now. Like, or if I go to a live show and it's like all the same type of band, you know, I'm like, all right, I get it. Like, I know how this goes now. My brain needs to shut off for a second. Give me something else, anything else for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Give me 3 minutes. I'm at a metal show. Give me 3 minutes of like dance music. give me something the opposite or that just steps out. And I love that. I like that a lot about listening to your stuff. It's very cool.
I think most people don't necessarily, I mean, yes, people have their preferences, but
sure.
I think more people they're more dimensional, you know. We don't you can find appreciation for a lot of different things. So it's like, why keep forcing people to artists? It's like, oh, if you're going to make it, you have to be in this box, and I hate being in the box.
Yeah. Well, it's because musicians don't run the music industry anymore. It's somebody that got a business degree that's like, music's cool.
I don't know, man. Even the music business stuff. When I did a semester doing music business, and like that one semester, like I look back now and I'm like, none of that stuff applies. Like none of that.
Right.
None of that is real anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I didn't.
Well, they're like, this is how you run a bank. And it's like, well, but we're in the music business. And they're like, yep, here's how you run a bank. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why we're all poor.
Well, yeah. Yes, because it's the ones running it. They cracked that particular code, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they just love performing. We'll just let them do that.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll collect the back end stuff. No worries.
Oh, they've been doing that since the 30s.
Oh, yeah.
Smile and look pretty.
Yeah, smile and look pretty. Oh man, read the Motown record story. It was brutal.
I know. Exactly.
Like, here's $100 for all of your songs.
That's
really?
Wild. That's so wild.
I know. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have this person play them. What?
Thank you.
What?
Right.
Here's your 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I laugh through anger, gritted teeth.
Tears of a clown.
Exactly.
For sure. Jesse, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, can you believe it? We're at the end of this thing already.
Wow, thanks for having me. This has been a hoot.
Awesome. So glad.
Thank you. Before we head out, can you just let everybody know where they can find you, what you have coming up, what's going on?
Yep, how to stay in touch, and what they can listen to right now.
Ah, sweet. Okay. War Within is on all streaming platforms. You can buy a physical copy on Amazon or go to Wicked Cool's Bandcamp page. They have CDs, yes, for the old people like me, and and albums for the young people that have rediscovered this old technology. War Within is Wicked Cool is my single that's being played on the radio right now, and the video for that's coming out May 12th. And if you want to see me live performing new songs and old from Shoes Dropping and other, I have a show at the Bitter Inn May 29th. So please come out and see me. It's at 8:00. It's a good hour. You can go to bed at 10. Yeah, just come on out and see
That's
me.
Awesome.
Bitter Inn.
Awesome. And the Bitter Inn, they'll kick you out when she's done. So you will leave.
Yes. You will leave.
Excellent.
For sure.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody that's listening and watching. We appreciate you very much. And definitely go out and check out everything that Jessie has put out. Listen to the music. Go see her live if you're in the area. If you're not in the area, come to the area and visit, and then find a show and go see it.
There's lots to do in New York.
There's lots to do in New York. Good pizza.
Yes. There's eggplant pizza.
Eggplant pizza and Jessie. Make a weekend of it.
Yeah. Oh, and Jesse Wagner. I'm on all the socials as well. So look me up, Jesse_Wagner on Instagram, and it'll have all the information about upcoming shows and where to get the music and all that good stuff, and where to find eggplant pizza. No, I don't say anything about it. Sorry.
No, don't put that out there, because then the lines get long.
Then the lines get long. Yeah.
You can tell us off the air,
right?
So we can go in there. But we'll
meet you there for a slice. And
yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
So all the links and everything. Hello, everybody that's listening. Once again, thank you. And remember to ask yourselves every day. Ask yourselves a very simple question. What is it for you in your life that is your Renaissance fairs? That is your music? That is your nerdery? That's your 80s films? What is it that is a topping side or main course that just improves every single plate of life that you are served every single day? That simple question.
Yeah. Jesse, do you remember what that question was?
What's your bacon?
Yes.